Hello, everyone, and welcome to Forever Bees Team Sizzle again. This is end of April, the 28th of April, and it's time after Global Rally. So we're going to go over some information here. The topics for today will include the recap of the Forever Global Travel in Dubai, Forever Global Rally, I should have said, March recognitions, and then working with your Who Do You Know list is our topic for today. Then we'll go over questions and answers, and it's going to be your time to talk. And we'll go over the upcoming events. Okay. So, next slide here. Forever Global Rally of 2017 was in Dubai this year. I don't think the words can describe exactly what we saw and the kind of experience that we had, because it was just incredible, absolutely incredible. The city is absolutely magnificent with lots and lots of tall buildings. It's a very large city, beautiful, mirror-like roads, completely smooth, incredible service, beautiful infrastructure everywhere, and so the location was definitely a great location for this rally. Down below here on this slide, you see that, there's 5 of us here in front of the breathtaking view of Dubai. We actually we are standing on the Palm Island, which, there are 2 Palm Islands in Dubai. One is functioning, one is still being constructed. So here we basically are, part of the tour of, city of Dubai, all-day tour that we had. We stopped at the Palm Island, and we, saw a lot of different awesome places, and this was one of the greatest pictures. The weather was really nice. Actually, it's pretty hot there, but it was bearable. That day was very nice, no more than 38 degrees Celsius. All the Global Rally members stayed in luxurious hotels. On the right here, you see that there's a welcome sign in one of the luxurious hotels in Dubai with absolutely impeccable service, marble and concrete everywhere, just shiny glass, beautiful, incredible experience. And then on the left hand side here, you see Prince of Dubai here with Greg Mon and our Vice President of Operations here on the right, Nawaz. So they're having a great time. So they had a great talk, and everything that was done was coordinated with the government of Dubai and United Arab Emirates, and it was incredible. And we saw quite a few people attending there in clothes like that, and in the national clothes. On the right hand side, in the top corner, you see Burj Khalifa. That's the tallest building in the world. We also took a tour there. It was really beautiful. Probably 2.5 hour wait in line though, but it was definitely worth it. And this particular building was built because it was a thank you gift for State of Abu Dhabi that basically rescued State of Dubai from going bankrupt in 2008 when the oil prices collapsed. And obviously everybody knows that United Arab Emirates primarily survives because of the oil industry, and State of Dubai primarily because of the tourism. So next slide here that we have is us, basically Boris and Irina here with Said and I. We visited them in their beautiful hotel. Had a little chat. On the right hand side, you see a little bit of Burj Al Arab. That's another, that's kind of a sail looking hotel that was built right off of the shore. And This is the most expensive hotel in the world. The rooms, I believe, start with about $1,900 a night on an off-season time. And where we're at taking the picture from is called, it's one of the markets, and it's really, really large, beautiful market where, you know, this is the back of it, the cafe with a beautiful view. And then on the bottom here, you see another mosque that we took a picture of during the trip, during the Dubai tour. And on the right-hand side, it's us on the marina. You know, we were at one of the bars and restaurants upstairs, and, you know, sat on the balcony with a beautiful view of night Dubai. And then went downstairs to, you know, before we boarded the taxi cab to go back to the hotel. So you see yachts parked everywhere. It's just, you know, it's a night, it's a rich nightlife city. So because it's really hot during the day, so everybody parties at night, and you see a lot of people on the streets, lots of cars. Here you see the Forever Rally, which was actually 2 days only, 7th and 8th of April. And here's Saida, Jana, and I in front of the Forever screen right at the beginning of the show. Here you see a couple of really, you know, high earners here. There's a couple of people from, I believe, Africa. Over $500,000 in earnings. This is just the bonus. That's why the rally is there, is not only to celebrate, but also to give out the annual bonuses. So this is just a part of earnings. And Ralph Kipp is, again, every year he takes the top spot. So here you see over $1 million again. You know, he came out on stage in a Lamborghini with his family. So it was really a great show. You know, we're very, very excited about, you know, what he's doing with the business. And, you know, everyone, I'm sure, wants to be a little bit like him. So we're trying really hard. I don't know if anyone knew that Ralph Kipp family actually uses 14 case credits of products per month. So that's a lot of case credits. So that's approximately $3,000 worth of products. Because they have horses, they give aloe and probiotics to their household animals, including horses. So on the left-hand side here, you see the total awards number. That's $26,185,824. So that's absolutely incredible. We heard lots of screaming and jumping, and you can see that the exhibition hall was huge. I mean, it was so big to fit 20,000 people, and there were several rows of screens hanging throughout the hall because there was no way anybody could see what's going on stage unless, you know, they were really close. So here we are, the team. So you see Boris at the top. You see all the different people that you may have met or you may not have met, and that big American flag. So this is our U.S. team, because of course there are other members of the team that are located around the globe, but we just want to have a picture with U.S. team. And then the right-hand side upper corner, you see Saida and Jana with Boris and Irina. So, all right, very exciting. The couple of things that we brought from the rally was a couple of new products, actually. So we have incredible products here. We have soft gels, small soft gels called Forever Move. That's absolutely new, revolutionary product for musculoskeletal and connective tissue, especially good for people with arthritis or other problems with musculoskeletal function. So I started taking this product about a week ago, and I noticed, you know, a little over a week ago, and I noticed huge improvements already. I do have arthritis in my foot, so these gels definitely work wonders. And we also have an incredible advanced skincare that is everyone's raving about. It's called Infinite. And this skincare kit comes with also a firming complex dietary supplement. Those are like little tablets that you basically swallow, 2 tablets per day that are rich in collagen and other extracts that make sure that the skin retains enough moisture, has enough supplements, enough collagen and elastin, and make sure that it actually doesn't evaporate, so the moisture is retained and the skin is looking younger. And you know, the nice thing about these products, they're cutting edge. And the Forever Serum is incredible. It's completely clear. It goes really smooth on the skin and has a tightening effect. It's applied twice a day, in the morning and before bed, underneath the Infinite Restoring Cream, which actually has also a very interesting design. You press on a bottle on the top, and then the cream comes out of there. So there is no contamination. The same happens to the Hydrating Cleanser in the left. Also, there's no contamination. It preserves the product freshness because there is a little hole at the bottom. There's just no way you can ever get anything into the product, back into the jar or the tube. So I highly recommend. I did buy one, but it got snatched. So now I have to really, you know, starting May, which is literally a couple of days, I'm going to have to order another one and begin. The only thing that hasn't been purchased so far was a Firming Complex tablets, which I started taking, and I believe I already see the difference. So I understand that you have to try this for 3 months to have a really good effect on your skin, but it is a totally revolutionary skincare. I also wanted to say that there's going to be additional skincare products that are going to be coming out this year and then next year. And we had a training today from Forever, from the corporate, and I caught just a little glimpse of it, but apparently there will be a recording on Monday, so you might want to watch it and review what products are going to be coming out this year and next year. They're going to be just absolutely incredible. And on the right-hand side, this is something that already came out to Japan, but it's coming to the rest of the world in 2018. It's called Tetra Pak. So basically, all our LO pack will be in a different package. Tetra Pak, completely biodegradable solution, and what they're also doing slowly is they're removing any kind of preservatives from the products, also adding vitamins, and you know, those products are just going to be better and healthier. So here you go. Please watch a recording. They're going to post it on Monday. So will I, because I didn't really watch it. I just caught 2 minutes of it. And obviously, you do need to follow the Forever Training Academy so that you do know what's coming out, the products, you know, the features, the benefits of those products. Okay, March recognitions. I would like to recognize Saida Reifenrath and Tatiana Navel because they hit 7 Case Credits Club. And yeah, I know that Saida has hit a 7cc club before, but for Tatiana, this is the very first time. So congratulations. You guys are doing amazing. Both of you are just incredible front runners. I also wanted to say that while we were in Dubai, I saw people prospecting like crazy. So I wanted to say kudos to all. You know, I saw Jana Massey, who was just incredible. When we went to the market, she was just left and right. We were having fun. and working at the same time, so it was just great. I'm starting to get the contacts. Those people are contacting me back, the ones that I met in Dubai. So also would like to congratulate Tatiana Neville because she's achieved the highest retailing volume in the team so far. She is incredible. It's 10.750 case credits in March. So that is over $2,000 in sales. Kudos. You know, keep it up. She's going for a supervisor, so let's just applaud her and cheer her up. Okay, so back to our topic today. We're going to talk a little bit about Forever Business Cycle, and then we'll talk more in detail about the Who Do You Know list and how do you work with Who Do You Know list. So let's just very quickly review Forever Business Cycle. Obviously, we all have seen it, and maybe we have followed it, maybe we haven't, but it is very, very important to follow the business cycle. At the heart of the business cycle is your reason why. You really need to know why you're doing this. We have an incredible business opportunity, business that requires absolutely no investment or very, very minimal investment that basically gets paid back in 2 months. A business that requires absolutely nothing but a couple hours of time a day. A business that you can take with you anywhere around the world, that you can do anytime during the day, that you can do online and offline. The business that brings happiness and cheer to people. Business that has a lot of positivity. There is no room for negativity for us. We're incredible people, and people kind of, you know, we become people's magnet because they come to us. They get glued, they get attracted because we are so positive. And, you know, please continue sharing our business opportunity with others because I've seen so many people on stage in Dubai. One woman from Africa, whose name I can't remember, she was literally crying. She was bawling and saying, you know, showing pictures of how the kind of hay and clay village that she came from, she literally had absolutely nothing, and she is earning over $300,000 in commission, in just chairman's bonus, in profit sharing, which means she probably is earning very well over $500,000 a year. So these people are simple and ordinary people without any skills. You see this time after time after time. They come out on stage. They were in horrible condition and horrible life situations, and the network marketing had saved them because there's nothing, you know, there's nothing they could have done that would have brought them the income and the flexibility, stability, and freedom like the network marketing. So we have an incredible business that we absolutely have to share. And please remember, our #1 product is our lifestyle. It's not the product that we sell. You know, of course, everyone wants to be healthy, and a lot of people want to be healthy and wealthy, but, you know, #1 product is our lifestyle. So please share with the opportunity. You may not have achieved all these things yet yourself, but please talk about your upline. Talk about what people can have, because, you know, you can't. Otherwise, you might not be able to help that other person. And when this kind of breakthrough happens and people become forever grateful to you for sharing such business opportunity. So I wanted to say one more thing, you know, you never quit. If you never quit this business, you will succeed. And so it's just comprised of very small steps. So the business cycle is very simple. If you know your reason why, which will propel you forward, which will make you do uncomfortable things, the very first thing that we do in that business cycle is we make a list of family, friends, work colleagues, relatives, and everyone that we know. The reason why we make the list is not to recruit from that list. In fact, after looking at the business backwards, about 15 years from now, you'll realize that very, very small percentage of your very first original Who Do You Know list became your business partners. But what you're doing is you're training yourself. You're using this list to get trained in business. So this is your training. Your road to manager is your training experience. So you need this list, and you need to learn to work with the list, and you need to learn to expand the list. That basically is the core of your business. It's core of any business. The list of clients, the list of contacts is the core of any business. So then what we do is once we develop the list, we contact those people on the list. We use phone calls, emails, text messages, and face-to-face meetings with those people. And we share the opportunity with them. So we show them what we have. Either by one-on-one meeting, by sharing DVD or some kind of a video with them, sharing website, or inviting them to the product launch. And when you invite them to the product launch, usually, you talk about products, you talk a little bit about the company, and at the end, you open up the floor to find out if, they know anyone. You invite them into the business. You invite them to take a look at the business. You're not doing this to recruit them. You're not doing this, and I suggest that you're not doing this to force them or to talk them into. It's not the business of conversion. It's the business of prospecting. It's basically the business of finding who is open to this idea, to this opportunity. So what you do is then, once you show the person the presentation or show them short information, and the person have seen it and they liked what they saw, you invite them to a business presentation. That's the next step. And the business presentation is a more thorough tour of how do we get paid. So there are two different things between showing and opening the door to look inside, and then actually inviting a person inside to look at different rooms and how the faucets function and everything. That's a business presentation takes about an hour. So then what you do is that once the person registers after the business presentation, then you meet with them for an orientation, and you develop an action plan for that person, individual action plan. Everyone's different. Somebody wants just $200 a month. Somebody wants $2,000 a month. Somebody wants $20,000 a month. So the action plan and the goals and the training need to be designed specifically with the people's goals and people's needs in mind. So the speed is of the essence in this business, and so therefore this is why we ask every new distributor to fill in a who do you know list, because if you don't approach this with a speed, in fact we have a good saying, your first 90 days in the booklet, in the First Steps to Manager booklet, in fact, they're talking specifically about first 90 days. So if you don't start this fast and you don't move through the list fast and you don't do that, your business might stagnate, you might never take off. It's like having an airplane on the runway. So the speed is of the essence here, and the recruiting is essential in this business. It's not to say that you can't generate a nice retail income with this business. You can generate a very nice retail income with this business, over $1,000 a month, in fact, and depending on how many customers you might have. But you will never be able to earn $20,000 a month, for instance, with just retailing, because this is not possible. You will never be able to sell that much product, I guess. So because the speed is of the essence and recruiting is essential, your business will grow in direct proportion to the speed at which you implement this particular cycle. To achieve the goals, it is vital that over the first 12 months, you create a momentum by sharing this opportunity with as many people as possible. This will create the energy and the excitement and success you desire. So we say that the part-time, usually part-timers, we suggest that they contact 2 to 5 people per day. And then the full-timers contact 10 plus people per day. And we'll go a little bit into detail on the next slide of exactly how do we contact people. Okay, so here's our Who Do You Know list. You have a copy of it in your First Steps to Manager book. You can generate an Excel spreadsheet like this. You can also register for MLM Tracker, which is only $20 a year, and have your list there. If you would like to access it electronically, you can have a binder. In fact, I have some information that's called 1 to 31 binder that videos that basically go over how do you create a binder like that, and what do you do? How do you shuffle pieces of paper with contacts in it? And sometimes these binders become really large. It's for people who can't use computer, or for people who can't use Excel spreadsheet, or are not very technical. So it's not for everyone, but binder is definitely for everyone. Excel spreadsheet and computer might not be for everyone. But whether it's a binder or it's Excel spreadsheet, the cycle is the same, I guess, or the process is the same. In the electronic format, you would list all the names in the rows here in the spreadsheet. You would list whether it's a warm or cold contact, their phone number, exactly the date when you gave that person, when you first met and told that person about the business, and how exactly did you share the business opportunity with them? Is it a video, a website? Did you meet with them and talk one-on-one? You record the date when they came to the business presentation. That's kind of a second step in the process. And then you record the date when that person registered. And the last date you record is when you had the first planning session with that person. So at that time, that person is considered to be onboarded, and then you obviously can still continue meeting with them. There could be up to 4 orientation meetings, and we spend about up to 72 hours per new distributor. But if they don't all come at once, the 72 hours may be over a first year. So anyways, you basically, it's like raising kids. You basically take your distributor by hand in very small steps. You walk them through the process. You get them, completely get used to what to do, how to do it, etc. If you're one of those new distributors whose sponsor is not doing this, you should be the one calling your sponsor and saying, hey, whatever, Mary, I need you to show me how to contact people. I need you to show me how to maintain my Who Do You Know list. I need you to show me what to do when I meet with a person one-on-one, what to say. I need you to suggest a video or an email that I can send to my contact. Or I need you to teach me how to do business presentation, etc., etc. Or I need you to teach me how to do the very first planning meeting or orientation meeting. So if you are a sponsor, once you have a person enrolled, and once you have a person, obviously, the first step would be is to share the opportunity with that person. Okay. So how do you do that? It's up to you. You find creative ways to do that. You converse with a person. And I always say that we're in the business of fulfilling the needs of people. We're not in the business of converting anyone or forcing or harassing anyone, because it's not for everyone. Some people just want to very lazily go to work every day, make their little money, come back, sit in front of the TV and eat popcorn and go to sleep and do it again, do it again, do it again for 40 years. And then there's some of us, about 10% of us, the world population, that don't want to do it. We just don't want to sit in front of TV and eat popcorn. And we don't want to go to the same job for 40 years. And we want something more and better. So this is the kind of people we're looking for. So understand, please, that this is not for everyone. And please do not force people into this. Do not bug them. Do not harass them into registration. Your job is to see if a person is open. So you met with Mary. Let's say you put here Mary. You put that she's a warm contact, her phone number. You put a date when you met with Mary and that you actually met for coffee face-to-face, and you gave her a little bit of a one-on-one presentation, however you could at that time. And let's say 2-3 days later, you follow up with Mary, because we are in the business of seeing if a person is open. We're not in the business of conversion. We gave information, we planted a seed, and then now we're going to see if the seed gave any sprouts. So we call Mary and we say, hey Mary, so did you watch that video? I met with you for coffee and then I sent you some additional information. Were you able to review it? And Mary says, yeah, I have. And the next question you ask is, so what did you like the most? Or you might prefer asking, so did you find anything that is interesting to you? Or did you find anything that you believe is helpful to you, or that resonates with you? And Mary says, yeah, I really liked it. Usually people say that, oh, I really like the idea. There is no risk. I really like the idea that there are no enrollment fees. I really like the idea that there are no shipments, there are no fees and membership fees and this and that and that. There's nothing, literally nothing. And you say, oh yeah, okay, great, that's excellent. Do you have any questions that I can answer? And Mary says, no, I don't. But then maybe she says, well, I really kind of want to see, so how do you actually make money, and what do you do, and what are the activities? Because people are like kids. I mean, they don't really, please don't expect people to understand everything that they just saw in a 15-minute video, for instance. And please don't expect them to really remember everything you said, because usually humans remember only about 20% of what you said. So you say, you know, Mary, I really would love to answer every question that you ask. Please come to the business presentation. If Mary is unavailable, you give her 2 choices, you know, one date or another date for business presentation. If Mary is not available, you might consider meeting with her privately instead of inviting her into a group, and going over business presentation already very distinctly of, you know, without mentioning case credits. Please don't mention case credits. People don't grasp this information. You see people completely glaze over and their eyes rolling because you lose them at that time. At that point, you completely lose them. They can't grasp any information when you start talking about, it sounds like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, E, I, E, I, O. So, and they can't concentrate. So just talk in terms of money. In one of my presentations back so many sessions back, you will find that I actually display one of the tables there with literally with dollars. So you just say that, yeah, we're using this international currency or international denomination that we call case credits, but you don't need to understand that now. Roughly, this much in sales will generate this income. This much in sales will give you, you know, so much income. So you're making 35% at this level, 38% at that level, 43% at that level, and 48% at that level. So that translates into so much, because people are so used to thinking in income, in money. They start instantly thinking, oh my gosh, that means new car. Oh my gosh, that means new vacation. So well, that's what you do. You basically show them that table and you walk them through the marketing plan without confusing the heck out of them. Talk to them like they're 4-year-old. And you then tell them that you're going to follow up with them again. And they would either register at the end of the business presentation, because you're going to ask them, how interested are you on a scale from 1 to 10? And the person can say, well, I'm pretty interested. I'm at about a 7. And you ask them, how can I help you to get to 10? What questions can I answer? And if they have any questions, they answer. Usually with my presentations, and I give very short presentations, people register at the end. So they're just registered on the spot, which means, I mean, first of all, they were already ready to start a business, then they already talked to me on the phone. When they met, they liked what they saw. They liked the whole idea that there's absolutely no risk. They register. So at the time of registration in the US, they do not have to purchase anything. Our marketing plan does not force them to purchase anything. However, if they want to do business, they need to start, the speed of it is of the essence. They need to start fast. So please go over with them what they want to do. Please emphasize at the time of registration that this is a business. This is not something that we just hee ha ha about. And what is the PAC going to give them? The PAC will pay for itself in about 6 to 8 weeks, and what they can actually do with the PAC in about 3 to 4 months is incredible. So if that is a new car that the person wants, you basically show them on a piece of paper how to get to that new car with just purchasing a couple of pop boxes. I guess we call them pop boxes, but they're just product packs. So you can put anything in product packs, and we have additional videos on that. But you show them exactly what to do, and you tell them that if you do that in 6 months, you'll have a nice customer base. You will have your new car, and you'll have anything that you want. So let's focus on getting your new car, for instance. So the first planning session comes when the person had registered, after they had registered, in about 48 hours after they had registered. They may have ordered their pack, but they still haven't received it. They may have already received it. We understand that some people work. It's completely crazy for some people, so, but don't drag it. Don't drag it more than a week. At the first planning session, at most 1 week from the time of registration. If, the first planning session, you can go over that in your first steps to manager book, and you can learn exactly what to cover in the first planning session, how to explain the business cycle, how to explain the speed of the essence, how to do pop boxes. You can go over a marketing plan, and the main thing that you want to focus on is getting the list together. So this list that's in front of you is at the core of our business. So if you are a new distributor and you haven't gotten a list yet, you have to have your list. And the more people you put in there, the better. The first Steps to Manager book has memory jogger page on it, in it. So please reference memory jogger. So basically it allows you to think a little bit deeper and wider on your friends list and acquaintances list, because we're not harassing anybody into this. We are your first step is you're getting trained. Why? Is because it's a little easier, a lot easier actually, to work with people that you know initially than with people that you don't know. So we're taking very baby steps towards you becoming a network marketing professional, because it is a profession. And a lot of people ask, what is network marketing as a profession? And I would like to answer that question. Network marketing professionals are people who have the skills of finding, meeting people, and collecting people around themselves and keeping in contact with them. So it's a certain set of skills that would allow you to do this. Most of the people are not used to talking to people they don't know, but we teach that. Most of the people aren't used to how to approach a person about an opportunity, but we teach that. Most of the people don't know how to, keep in touch with people, or they're lazy. We teach that. We teach how to do that all without stress and without tension and without an obligation. We just teach that. We give tools, we give skills, and so it is a profession. So network marketing professional can be planted on the moon, and in 4 months they will have 2,000 people in their organization. This is basically how it is. So for some people this happens fast. They're quick learners and they're practicing all the time. For some people it happens slow. They're slow learners. They don't practice all the time. But whatever you do, I would definitely recommend not stopping, because only if you don't stop, you accomplish what you need to accomplish. So the list could be 20 people long. If, let's say, a person is really shy and they really don't feel like, but the very first thing you would do if you meet with a new distributor, you would basically look in 3 spots. First is their, you would look at in their phone. You open up their phone and you show them, because the person might tell you, oh, I don't have anybody, I don't know anyone. And you say, well, how about this? You give me your phone for a second and I'll show you how many people you know. And then they might say, but this is a driver, and this is my laundry, and this is, you say, it's okay, you can subtract all these people from here, but you know, however many people you want to subtract, but you're still going to end up with at least 100 people, because that's an average person of 30 years old and more knows, and nowadays teenagers know more people, know at least 200 people, at least. So please, you know, subdivide them. These are my relatives. These are my friends. These are people that I hate. These are people that I don't ever want to see. These are the people that, you know, oh, too sensitive, and oh, these are the negative people. And, you know, contact the ones that are going to say no first. You contact them first, because you know they're going to say no, but you need to practice. So you got that out of the way. You go, whew, I got them off, but I told them. And so 15 years from now or 5 years from now, when you are earning $20,000 a month, they see you in a brand new Mercedes and they say, what happened? And you say, well, I told you. I told you. At least you can say that. So contact those people first. Have them as a training background and just say, you know what, I'm done. Done. They're done. You knew they're not going to join. You knew they're going to judge you. You knew that they're going to be negative about it. And basically what you say is that if you hear whining and complaining and negativity, you say, thank you very much, John. I knew you were going to say that. Thank you so much. Bye. And basically you're done. So, that's how you go about the list. And but first step is making that list. You really do need to learn how to make the list and how to add people to the list on a daily basis. We teach basically to add 2 people to the list daily. So where do you find those people? There are going to be other presentations on that, how to add to the list. Obviously, it is another set of skills, how to add to the list. So we'll go over step by step. So, but right now, if you haven't gotten a list, focus on that. If you have a distributor, haven't gotten a list, a lot of the times that's where the things stop. I want the business. I registered, I purchased the product, I love the product, I watched the business presentation. I came to 5 business presentations. I registered a long time ago and I'm already selling the product to my family. But once you meet with them about the list, they disappear. Well, why? Because, oh my God, there's no way I can do that, you know. So you need to literally put it right between their eyes. I mean, there's no other way to do it. You meet with them and you say, listen, do you want to make money or do you want to chew your snots? Basically, that's what it is. You want to just do what you do? Go do what you do then, you know, and whine and complain the rest of your life. Or you step outside of your boundary a little bit, you make the list, and you start learning to work with the list, and you start learning to add to the list. That's the job. That's it. So, and you just tell them. If a person is absolutely unconvincible about, you know, oh, I can't do this, there's no way, leave them alone. That's not the right person. They will probably be a great customer. So just that person's, everything ends right at the register. So you'll have a date of one-on-one, you'll have a business presentation, you'll have the date of the registration. But the first planning session, zero it out. They're not going to do that. Maybe in the future they might consider, but not right now. So leave them alone. Don't force it. Don't talk anybody into it. That's the #1 rule. do not talk anyone into this business, because first of all, you lose credibility. It looks really cheap when you start running around after people and asking them, oh, can you join my business? This is a really big mistake. Why? Everybody lives their own life the way they want to live. Some people drink, some people smoke, some people do drugs, and some people go to the gym every day. You know, it's a free country. Let them do that. But your job is to show them the door. So there'll be more trainings to come. Please work on your list, and please work on the business cycle of how to move through the list and how to move your people through the business cycle. And when the future sessions will continue adding to the skills and telling you how to complete the list, how to what to do if you know, you run out of people, you know, how to find new people, what to do if you know, many different other business situations. We're going to go over this stuff. So all right, back to the upcoming events. May 19th, we have Eagle Manager Training in Chicago. The cost is $50, and Saida and I are going. The May 19th is only for supervisors and above. At that training, Cynthia Hampton will be doing the training mostly, and other high earners also will be doing the training. So it's a must. I've seen stuff about the training like you wouldn't believe. So anybody who lives in the Chicago area, please come. I can send information or contact me and Alana Loginoff on Facebook and ask me how do you get to that training. So May 20th, the following day after that, is actually the Success Day in Chicago too. There will be additional trainings and business presentations that day. It's for everyone. And the cost for that event is $10. So please contact me. I can get you registered, and I can get you, you know, to show you everything that needs to be done there. May 21st, Sunday, Forever Beauty event at Lana's house. At that event, we're going to be trying new products. We're going to be learning about cutting-edge anti-aging solutions. The reason why Forever is adding to their product lines is because you know, we have some additional cutting-edge anti-aging solutions and anti-aging components that Forever doesn't have yet. So that's why we want to go through what is right now available. You know, please come, try the new products, do the facial, learn about skincare, enjoy yourselves. Okay, next Team Sizzle, we're going to have announcements and recognitions. We're going to have contact. We're going to talk about contact marketing basics. That's from the topic of how do I add to my list. So we're going to go over your questions and answers again. It's going to be your time to talk, and we'll be talking about upcoming events in May. So now it's your time to talk. Do you need any help? Do you need help with your customer acquisitions, with your monthly orders towards your 4Ks credits? Do you need help generating repeat customers, following up, staying focused, or recruiting? It's your time to talk. Please click on the little hand to raise your hand on your portal here, and let me know that you have a question. Thank you.